We do. I mean, our brains are much more powerful than any computer. Um, the computers just try to imitate that, but they are far away from that. What about the other 95%? I mean, then they are finding out right now some very interesting points that actually match to all the theories of quantum physics, which is also very crazy. It was something completely denied at the time it came up. Even somebody like Albert Einstein was against quantum physics. He thought it was crazy, or maybe he thought it would actually defeat his own theory. But the whole point is, you're able to change things with your inner power. So maybe Time to Be Free was a trip inside. Mentalize is a trip outside. It's the way you see reality and the way you can interact with this reality and change the reality around you. If everyone would be aware of that, and I don't say that I am a teacher in this regard or a master, I'm also learning about everything, but and if everyone would use that for the good purposes, probably we would have a very different global reality right now. But as long as people are more interested on themselves and being individualists every time more and more, and consumists, and excuse me?
And passive.
And also passive, yeah, because everybody says something bad is going to happen, but nobody really cares. Let's wait and see. Nothing happened so far, no? But it is happening, that's the point. We just don't want to see. But it's not only bad things happening, there's good things happening too. I mean, if we could focus on the good things, I think we could have a different global reality for everyone, for each one of us. But no wonder why so many natural catastrophes and disasters are happening nowadays. And I don't mean the end of the world is near. I mean, this whole story about 2012 is... There's a lot of fantasy. It can be interpreted in many different ways, but it could be real. It could be true. So I think this mentalization is something that also the Eastern religions from Japan, China, Tibet, they train a lot. It's millennial thing. I mean, they've been doing that for thousands of years. And that's when you hear about those Tibetan monks that could change things with their mind and levitate, and we say, oh, that's just a trick, it's just like magic. Maybe it's not. I mean, we're not there to see it, but
for me, they use more than 5%.
Yeah. So we must start respecting this kind of things. I mean, the whole truth is not yet discovered or revealed, but I think pretty soon we will have a brutal change in the way that we see the world around. It's like... Yeah, especially them. They God forgive them. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's nothing really dramatic like this, but it's very important to be conscious about reality, to try to understand what's around us, and not just live like machines, not just accept anything that people try to throw through our throats, and don't just accept the orders without questioning them. This is very important. And just pay attention, pay a lot of attention around, be conscious, you know. This is, I think, the main message behind the lyrics of this album.
So now, pretend to be only a metalhead. How and why do you recommend to your friends Mentalize, in short?
It's an album that, for those who don't know it yet, it's an album that was made the old-fashioned way, which means it's an album that was composed and produced in a very natural way of doing. I mean with that, this album was not over edited, over worked on the computer. There is basically not artificial things in this album. The playing that you listen in the album is the real playing. We just went in studio, we tried many times until we got the very nice takes, but then we kept them. We didn't touch them anymore with computers. There was no Photoshop in the music. That was very important for us. First of all, to prove ourselves that we were able to do something like that. Nowadays, basically nobody's doing that. Everything is very prefabricated, you know. And we have a lot of new releases of new bands that sound all very good, all very powerful, and all very boring. So we try to do the opposite thing. Real music, real played, real performed, and with a real intention, with a real message. I believe that every time I try to get deeper and deeper on the lyrics, on the sense, on the message behind the music, and it comes across the music. So what I can say about Mentalize, it's that probably it's an album that was inspired on the albums that we used to listen during the 70s and the 80s, where technology was not there so present for the good and for the evil. And it was a quite nice experience for us to record an album like this. So if you were able to understand that and to understand the message behind the whole thing, we are already very happy with the result. The last comment is always a very difficult thing. When they say, now please leave a message for your fans. I'm not the Pope. I cannot leave a message every week. Normally it tends to be the same message. So the message is, thanks for the support. I'm sure you will never regret the way you chose. And of course, we hope to meet soon, personally, live, wherever you are.